Hello everybody, Iain Robson here. Welcome back to an episode of County Line. Alright, we got a couple things going on today. This is day 2 of spring. And as you can see, the ground temperature is at 0 degrees, but the air temperature is at 9 degrees. So because we have had cows for a little while now, apparently they need some water, some grass now apparently, and some silage. We'll get to that in a moment. Because we have had them for a while now, we can actually start filling this this little guy right here, which makes our fertilizer. So we're gonna put some manure in there right now, because we have a load of manure ready to go, and I believe it also needs liquid manure. Now, the problem with liquid manure is that we really don't have any way. To transport it yet. We have a water trailer, but that does not transport manure, so that's not really very helpful for us at this point in time. So what we're going to have to do here is we're going to have to go back to the animal farm here and no, not sell bales. I want the other one, the loop. And then we'll pick up some more manure and we'll top that off real quick here. And the loop is over here. As you can see, the grass hasn't grown yet. It's in the first stages. We probably can cut maybe in day 3, I want to say. So we're not quite ready to make hay bales yet. But we'll have to do that in the near future, actually. So there we go. Really? Let's top this off with manure. It's funny, I put my wheel loader, or I should say my front loader, over here. I think I put it over here originally to buy cows, but I already own cows, so I don't know why I was going over here. There must have been a reason, but unfortunately I have not discovered what exactly that reason is yet. I'm sure I will discover it soon enough, though. Anyway, so let's bring this guy over here. We'll get him set up. I recorded a course. I was messing around with this, and I recorded a course. I think I saved it as well. Fill manure trailer. There we go. Basically, it's just to pick up manure from the manure bunker right here and put it into a trailer. So what I'm going to do is just going to set this guy up real quick here. I guess I should turn him around first. There we go. And try not to run into things. There we go. Back up here a little bit. And set that guy on his way. Is he in the right mode? Yes. So he's going to go and try and fill up, but he's already going to be full, so just going to wait. Anyways, so we also have some fall tillage to do. Our fall tillage, spring tillage. So right now we have only one field growing. So this is 3 stages right here. These are 1 stage right here, but after I cultivate them under, it'll be 2 stages. So this is the one that's growing. And of course we picked up field 8 as well in the last episode, so we need to do some fertilizing on that. Oh yeah, it needs plowing too. Well, I guess we'll do some fall tillage. Or why do I keep saying fall tillage? Because I remember taking the screenshot with this. Spring tillage. There we go. So of course we have to use this crazy contraption right here from the Big Bud Pack, because this case Steiger does not have a 3-point hitch on it. And this particular cultivator needs a 3-point hitch, which irked me a little bit when I realized that, but hey, that happens sometimes. Wait for the all-rounder to... Let's hop into this guy right here. Just as I stop it. We'll wait for the all-rounder to unfold there. And then we'll come back over here and fill this up. We should be close enough. Let's see if we can get a bit closer here. And if I just stop the driver here and then unload this, should be okay. Wants to start from the very first course again, or the very first point, so I'll just turn this around real quick. That should be fine there now. But we'll find out in a second here. This is what the course looks like. Let me take this off so you don't need to see all that. But just lowers it. It's just like a unload the BGA, basically. It does exactly the same thing. Just instead of filling a bunker or filling the load point, it's just filling up manure. I don't know how much manure we actually have. A decent amount, at least. Alright, so this guy's ready to go. And I can't lower it like that. Apparently I have to lower it. Thought I could lower it with the with drive control, but apparently I can't. So we're in field 10 here, and as you see, it's only one stage fertilization. Now we should see that once we get do a little strip here, we should see 2 stages of fertilization. Let's just verify that. Oh, apparently not. We did fertilize it though. That's interesting. Maybe I'll need to fertilize this again first. Let's go do this little strip first though. I feel like we're missing something. Or maybe you can't just leave it over you can't leave it out for the whole year. That would be interesting. Looks like no, you can't. So we're gonna need to do some fertilizing apparently. Oh, this guy did not go in the right place apparently. Is that front loader gonna be able to do his job? Let's find out. It did fill it. The funny thing is, it did fill it up, but he got stuck somehow. So, go figure. All right, let's grab. What's this guy here? This guy works, yes. Now, I wasn't sure about chop straw and how it would work, but it appears that. Let's top this off first. We don't have any fertilizer still, so we have to use the purchased one over here. But it should have been up to 2 stages after cultivating, but maybe you can't leave it for all year. That could be the case, so I don't know. And we do need to do a little bit of plowing, but now we don't have a plow, so we'll have to rectify that soon enough. Alright, let's try this again. Let's see. If I go a little bit further, Oh, I should know it's there. Yep, not a perfect system, as you can see. It's fine. The very first time I set it up, it was fine. But now that it's now that it has to run by itself, it doesn't seem to like that very much. Oh, what's new? Courseplay always does funny things. There we go. Alright, this guy's good. Yeah, I thought I wouldn't have to fertilize after this, but I guess maybe what happens with chopped straw is it doesn't stay for the whole season, so maybe you have to cultivate it under right away, which is kind of a pain actually. Let's see, so let's check field 33 actually. Just because now I'm curious to see if it's the same thing on the other field or not. So if I come around and fertilize this little section, we'll do a little test here. Now, that's what I wasn't sure about. I wasn't sure how chopped straw and seasons were going to work together. So let's do a little section right here. Yeah, so that's definitely been fertilized only once. And then a little section should be fertilized twice, it looks like. Yeah. Ah, okay. Guess I need to cultivate it first. I don't forget what we had here now. Oh, that's right, because we baled the straw up. Okay, that makes more sense. I remember now. Okay, so this guy needs to... I need to cultivate first, and then I can fertilize. So let's check out field 33 real quick then. and just see what the deal is over there. Because it might be the same deal over there. I don't know. Looks like the straw is still there. No, so that one should go to 2 stages right after cultivating. Okay, it's just because I baled straw. Okay, that is good to know. Same thing again, eh? It's because I'm in the way. If I were to maybe turn around a little bit, it would be fine, but let's see if I can do it and just back up. Maybe. Maybe. Let's see here. Alright. There we go. Let's see if that'll do it. It might. It might. But chances are it probably won't. Because courseplay is funny sometimes. Whoops. There we go. Alright, let's go ahead and set this guy on his way. Okay, so we can actually do this. Good. I wasn't sure if we were going to need to do anything else other than this, but it looks like we can just straight up cultivate first and then go from there. Fertilize right after, basically. And again, I don't know if this is the best way to do it. I don't know why I started doing headlands at the start. Technically, I really shouldn't. I guess I could do headlands after. Having said that, let's do that way then. Alright, let's zero this offset out. We'll shift the course, oops, rotate the course a little bit there. 12.3, that looks good. There we go. And then we can go up and down the field now. It's just in the way. Just enough in the way when it's doing its little backing up. It's funny how that works sometimes. Let's see. It's funny, it's dumping, but it's the other part of the course it's messing up with. So this actually needs to be over to the right a little bit more. So let's shift this over a little bit here. Actually, we'll just wait for him to do his thing and then we'll put it back over there. Maybe that'll solve our problem. Alright, let's see where he goes. Actually, I think the new Holland, I think we're actually out of manure now, anyways. Nope. No, we're not. So let's come out a little bit further out this time and see what happens here. Oh, there it goes. And let's see if it's going to run into this guy again. Maybe. Oh yeah, definitely. If I hadn't been here, he would have run right into him. Anyhow, looks like this guy's not going to do it. Oh, there he goes. Alright, so this is the area we need to be. Just need to turn the tractor around, facing the other direction. But this is where, if you have a course-by-course setup, it's always going to stay in exactly the same direction as opposed to trying to figure it out manually. Which has its benefits, I suppose, but not always. Alright. Let's do some more of this spring tillage every single time. In my mind, I'm like, okay, it's fall tillage, it's fall tillage. No, no, it's not. Not at all. Not at all. But I'll be curious to see whether this thing works with Courseplay or not, just to see, because sometimes Courseplay does like funny things. It's like it recognizes this as a cultivator, but doesn't recognize that thing. So it might be like, oh well, it doesn't work together. But I think it should be fine, honestly. But stranger things have happened, I suppose. Stranger things have definitely happened before. Like I said, I may change this guy out to the other one, the Bednar, just so I don't have to have this extra little piece in here. Although in terms of width, it's actually a pretty big increase. I think it's like going from like 12 to like 18, I think it is. I think that's what the actual increase is in that context. It's actually pretty big. There we go. Although you can make pretty nice little turns with this little rig here, I must say. Pretty tight little turn without having to worry about running into the actual cultivator itself, which is pretty good actually. Pretty good indeed. Nice. All right. So, what I figure now that we have the square baler, we'll be able to obviously do some more square bales. But that'll be nice because we'll be able to bale a little bit faster. Then we'll get a few more bales in the mix as well. We'll see. Is this actually? I was gonna say, I'm like, why does it seem like it should be a bit bigger than 12 meters? Because it's supposed to be bigger than 12 meters. And the survey says, how big is it actually? Let's find out here. 14.5. That's why I was like 12 meters. I'm like, there's an awful lot of overlap right now. I don't know what's going on here. So obviously it's because this guy, it's a bit bigger than 12 meters. That's why there's so much overlap. That makes a bit more sense though. It seemed like it was like, that seems like a little bit more than needs to be right now, so. Alright, well, I guess if you say so, GPS, but seems like a bit much. Alright. Making the turn here. Excellent. So when I got a chance to see my in-laws' crops this year, they're not looking so great. They got a lot of water in the spring there, so they weren't able to get a really good. They just had too much water. Because they've had too much water, they've just been unable to have like a good growth of their soybeans this year, unfortunately. So, and it was actually too wet for them to actually plant corn in the end too, which is kind of sad because that's what they wanted to do this year. But they didn't get a chance to plant corn because it was too wet, and then now it's hay season for them, and then it's been too wet to do hay, so it's been a bit of a rough year for my in-laws this year so far, which is unfortunate. But that is the way it works with the weather and whatnot. So you can't control these things, so you're up to the mercy of the weather, whatever it decides to do, basically. Whether that is rain or sun. Like last year we had a drought. This year we had flooding basically. So it's crazy when you have that kind of spread from one year to another year, and you're just kind of like, what's going on here? Like, what's the world coming to, sort of thing. But that's the way it is. You never know what you're going to get when it comes to farming, in terms of the weather at the very least. So you never know. All right, raise this guy up here. Drive out a little bit, and then we'll make the turn back here, because what's going to happen is we want to get a little bit extra here. There we go. And hopefully when we do our headlands, we'll make they'll be nice, pretty little headlands. We'll see. But so far, it's not too bad. Having 14 meters is kind of nice. I really don't like the way this looks in between here, but it's a means to an end, I suppose. Normally I wouldn't put that in between there like that, but hey, stranger things have happened, I suppose. But the real test would be to see if this works with courseplay as well. I don't see why it wouldn't, but this is typically used with the plow, so that's why I'm not certain if it will or not. Maybe it'll be fine. I don't know. Maybe it'll be fine. Alright. So the next thing I want to do before I forget is, let me just stop this guy for a quick second. I want to get something to transport liquid manure before I forget completely. Now, we do have a couple options. We have this guy, which holds up 100,000, that's the fuel edge container. No, this guy, which holds 50,000 liters, which is actually the biggest one out of all of these. So this holds, oh no, maybe they changed it. No, that's 10,000 liters, not more than that. This only holds 30,000 liters, and that's $65,000. So if you get the IT runner plus this, it's actually only 2,000 more. Go figure. But that will allow you to transport gasoline as well, honey apparently, milk, and water. And I don't know what that is actually. Grape juice looks like, maybe? I don't know. So I could get that. Do I need something that big? Probably not, honestly. But then I'd have the IT Runner HD, which would work for other things as well. Which, I don't know. I don't know. We'll start with the small one, I think, actually. Because I really don't think we need anything that crazy. There we go. And let's just ask them to deliver that from the shop. There we are. Thank you. And apparently we're just a little bit too far forward there. And that should be okay. I guess this one will probably be the best bet here. Grab the John Deere, and what we'll do is we'll grab that universal and take it over to the animal farm there. And we'll get some liquid manure. There we go. Yeah. This is a small little, a small, tiny universal. Out of all of them, like this one's just like a baby, basically. There we go. And set this guy on the loop. Which I probably should record a new loop because I think because of the way it goes. I have it starting way over in the corner here, and it's just like it's just way out of the way. So I feel like I should re-record it so it goes from like where the reset point is, kind of like to the main to the dairy farm, I should say, actually. There we go. How's this guy doing? Now, apparently there is manure there, but he's not getting much of it anymore. There we go. Alright. Let's just put this in the trailer for the time being. So we used all that manure on our fertilizer. So we'll see how much fertilizer we actually make. That'll be the kind of the real test to see how much fertilizer we make from all this manure that we just collected. So I don't know. Is it better? Is it worse? I'm not sure, but we will see, definitely. Alright, there we go. Let's put this bucket down here. Just leave that there for the time being. Grab this guy, set him on the loop. And he's good. Excellent. Let's go back to our tillage here. Too many things going on. So now we can I at least want to get the slurry into that fertilizer machine, so then we can actually have fertilizer. We don't have to pay for it anymore. Although it took a long, we had to you know, spend $240,000 on cows. I don't know if it was actually worth it in the end, but you make money from the cows. And actually on With the Seasons mod, you make about $15,000. About $15,000 for each day you have when you cows sell the milk, basically, or when the cows sell the milk. When you sell the milk, you make about $15,000 a day, which is pretty awesome. So. Alright. Swing around here real quick. And we'll grab some slurry. Where's the slurry? Back in there. Okay. They didn't make it easy to fill the slurry up. Alright. There we go. And it's not going to be close enough. Yes, there we go. Getting some slurry there. And what we'll do is we'll put that into our big machine, and hopefully we'll get some, we'll get a little bit of fertilizer going. I don't know how much it's going to need, but we'll see. Probably more than 10,000, but this guy's almost there. Alright, we'll come back in a second then. Alright, just got here with the manure. Let's go ahead and unload the manure into there first. And the slurry should be here shortly. Alright, got the slurry here. Let's go ahead and put the slurry into our fertilizer factory. I think the fertilizer slurry goes right over here, if I had to guess. Maybe it doesn't. Oh, there it is. I forget. It's just the icon is not, doesn't come up on this. So we should see this coming up. How much does this need? A bit more than we put in there. So I don't need anything else. Well, that's 25%. That's not so bad. Let's progress time just a smidgen here. Well, there we go. We made 1,000 liters of fertilizer already. Oh, that's pretty good, actually. There you go. Sweet. Alright, folks, and that'll be it for me for today. I'll finish finished cultivating this field off camera here, and then we'll come back next episode, and maybe we'll have to do some spring planting. Alright, folks, that's it for me for today. Hope you enjoyed. If you did, why don't you go ahead and hit that subscribe button for some more County Line. Catch you guys later.